Tea&d. I am your tea master, Alan, aka Teacup. And let's start with our introductions. Friday, off to you. Oh no!
I was like, everyone make sure you're ready. Wait. Hi, I'm Friday. I'm totally ready to be here. Friday, she, her pronouns. I am the owner of Friday Afternoon Tea, your friendly local nerd tea shop. And I am playing tonight Chewy Speck, a coffee tea boba barbarian, former captain of the guard for the Boba Necromancer Dynasty, and I'm very excited to see what kind of nonsense we get up to, and if I get to use my handy-dandy Boba straw blowgun for any combat tonight. That's what I'm most excited about.
All right, Shauna, now to you.
Hello, I'm Shauna. My pronouns are she, her, and I'm playing Bettina Scarlet, also she, her. She's the resident whiz nerd, and I am most excited about getting to do some absurd magic things tonight.
Nice.
Hello, everyone. I'm Reese, she, her. I'm going to be playing the character of Calabria Lametta, who is the Duchess of the Earl Grey Kingdom and also a wizard.
Yeah.
And I'm Josh. I am playing Carson, the Liquid Genasi cleric, peace domain cleric from the Sweet Tea Nation.
And I forgot to mention my pronouns, but you can see it on the screen, so that's fine. I use they, them, their pronouns, and yeah, is that it? Are we done with introductions? Awesome. So last time we left off, we had found out that the king of the Earl Grey Kingdom, at a party, had died, is dead, maybe? He's not actually fully dead. There was some sort of weird curse on him that was connecting him and his wife to a like weird necromantic source of power that they were feeding. And then actually I don't fully remember what the other stuff happened. How can you guys like fill in what else happens, please?
After dealing with the individual, or including dealing with the individual?
Hold on, one more
person
time.
who's after the person who stabbed the king, or including the person who stabbed the king? Where do you want us to pick up?
Oh, sorry. I had a real brain freeze moment. I now just remembered. Thank you very much. Just kind of like a quick thing. The king was stabbed maybe by a king of a different of the oversteeped kingdom. And then what were some of the things that you all did? There's an hour of downtime, so please describe what
First
you all
of all,
did.
that was a surprise.
Sorry.
It was.
We all just learned something just now.
Oh,
we knew that someone mysterious and sinister had stabbed the king and then disappeared in a teleport, and now
I wonder who it could be. I don't know.
Que Mysterioso.
I didn't watch the previous episode, so I don't remember.
That's all right.
It's fine.
That's okay. That's just a little meta knowledge that is very interesting. I do know that Chewy found an unexpected calling in caring for the children of the kingdom and keeping them safe and happy and entertained while there was an ongoing crisis, while also kind of keeping an ear on the happenings going on, but otherwise not taking a terribly active role once things kind of turned into more of a search and a recon situation. So playing with kids pretty much over here.
Calabria went out to investigate, ask some questions, maybe see if anyone saw anything, and ended up in a real weird conversation with the bear.
Named Will.
Wilbur the Pooh. I'm just kidding.
Sure.
Excellent. Carson did some basic, making sure that everything was safe, everyone was happy and healthy, and then wandered off into a mysterious place of sorts, all while we were communicating telepathically. And so we had all kind of reconvened at the end in the mysterious place, which we'll get to in a minute. I don't want to skip over Bettina.
I was very intent on finding more out about all the weird stuff we'd just seen occur, the weird curse structure we were looking at, the dagger, the killing method, the way the person was dressed. And I happened upon this pile of this pile of documents in a folder, Project Mush. Very mysterious indeed, and also looked like possibly something that shouldn't be left out for anyone to find. So I put it in my bracelet and took it with me.
All right. So, man, I guess we're heading into this. Now, as Carson, as you are going towards this green light, the sound of boiling and viscous sounds, like it's very like mad scientist stereotype of like a lab, with the whole Frankenstein like surgery table, and you see some like skeletons and carcasses that have like skin coming off of their body, like in kind of like slabs, and like Supernatural, when the changeling creatures like or skinwalkers like change their bodies or skin to look like something else. It's a bunch of slabs of skin, pretty much. Like there's a bunch of slabs of skin everywhere. And you're looking around, kind of being lured to this point, to this like terrifying yet very interesting spot. And then you kind of just snap out of it. You just all of a sudden you're like, what am I doing? What am I doing here? And that is only because a message spell, one at a time, but I'm gonna say it all at the same time to all y'all. Message spell gets sent to each one of you from the queen, because you can tell the voice of the queen, of the Earl Kingdom, just to specify. She says, I have locked my son in the cells. I need your help now. Please come down to the dungeon. I need to give you something so then you can help me. And that's what you all hear as you guys are doing all your stuff. If anyone would like to, you can roll an insight check. But it's not something that is like I can't do it, but she has like an intense sound of worry and like tears.
I would love to do an insight check if I may.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I just rolled a 22.
2, all right.
Yeah, it's a 24 for me.
4, all right.
That's a 10 for me.
Great. Honestly, Chewy sounds kind of suspicious. Just like a little bit.
Oh,
like,
whoops, I was muted.
Yeah.
I rolled a 24 as well.
Cool. So the rest of you are immediately like, yes, no, she is in trouble. We need to help her. Like, she is extremely convincing. And I'm saying this not because she's lying. I'm saying this because, like, she needs your help. So what do you guys want to do? You guys are all what?
Can I ask a real quick clarifying question? Have
Go
we
ahead.
heard anything from Timothy, the guard who was left hanging out with the queen and the prince,
Right.
who I believe is involved in our telepathic link? I think I could do 5 people, and so I had included him.
I forgot about that.
Have we just heard any updates from him? Is he okay? If you want to just retroactively say, yeah, he gave you some updates, this happened, like I'm cool with that. I just want to make sure that he's alive.
He is good. He was posted up outside of the pantry door that leads to like the secret room. So he thinks that everything's fine. He's like, hey, what you guys worried about?
Just checking. Has anything happened? Have you heard any weird noises in the pantry? For instance, something like that.
No, not really. You know, it's pretty chill out here.
Sure. Has anyone gone in or out?
No.
Nobody.
No. I mean, there was this one like glowing light that like went through the door.
Yeah, okay. Hang tight. We're gonna be there in a second.
Yeah, but beyond that, it seemed like it was some sort of spell, not like a person. I don't know. I just work here. I don't know very much.
For the record, when we're asking if someone or something has come through the door, that would be good information to include.
Well, okay, you said someone. I heard someone. You guys kind of cut off the something part. So I thought that you were talking about a person, okay? And it seemed like it wasn't a person. By the way, just some meta knowledge. This guy has an intelligence of 10. So real standard guy, yeah.
Smart enough to know what's important, though.
Yeah, smart enough to know what's important. That you guys asked if someone came in to the cellar.
All right. I see he's going to be
I don't think it's unreasonable to expect him to deduce that a glowing ball of light going through the door would be important to mention.
I don't know. You guys do magic stuff. I thought that it was like whatchamacallit, like a scrying spell or something like that. You know, I see orbs like all the time of like it's like an eye or like one of those like fishbowl face things, and it's like and like I see you guys just like looking at stuff. I'm like, all right, that's the norm. Like,
we're on our way.
Okay. And you just hear him sigh, just through his brain, just.
Yeah, just
Timothy's
gonna
a real literal one.
Shut off the telepathic link for a moment. Look at the other 3 of them who are here in the room and just say out loud, I have some concerns about him. Do we want 2 seconds to just do a quick sweep of this room and then run back, or do we want to just run back?
I'm so sorry, but you guys are actually in different places. Friday is still telling.
I thought that we had all come and kind of joined up at the lab when last we left off. That's what I remember was getting a telepathic message that there was some shiz going down and headed that way. At least for myself. Yeah. So I believe that Chewie is en route, if not already at the secret lab. And so maybe I just need to turn around and go see what's up with Timothy, because maybe the hyper literal like Amelia Bedelia of Tea-leafia is not the guy for this job. And as a former captain of the guard, I might just want to go and just stand nearby. I know I'm not in official capacity part of the guard anymore for any royal family, but like I could just go be there and kind of, you know, get there ahead of everyone else. So I think, you know, if we're saying we're all going to be on our way, I have no problem turning around halfway to the secret lab and instead going to stand near Timothy and kind of see what's going on over there. Just get there a little bit ahead of the rest of the gang.
Yeah, again, I kind of forgot what happened last game.
Totally, no biggie.
So, yeah.
That's okay. No shade thrown at you.
You guys are all in either the library or in the like lab, because the tunnel is like 5 feet and it can really only fit like one of you, like a line. So like a line, like a schoolyard line of people. So
I propose that we go and find out what's going on with Her Majesty and return here to investigate after that.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. That seems reasonable to me.
Yeah.
All right. So where are you guys going?
To the queen.
Yes.
Okay, you guys go all the way down to the dungeons. And you see the prince knocked out, like bounded, like full up, like bounded arms, bounded hands, bounded legs, like hog's tie, the whole thing, gagged with like a gross looking rag, like this rag looks like if people had like real teeth, it looks like it would immediately give them cavities. Like it's gross. And you see the prince just like bound and like knocked out, eyes kind of like like a little like wild, and you see the straight up the queen having her son's shield and his sword, holding it to his neck, and looks at you and says, "Hi. All right. So this son of a bitch did not me being his mother,
Self-birth.
his mother did not understand how to truly treat a woman, and especially his mother. So I had to knock him out. He did try and attack me, and you see the queen, like you see her she has like a cut on the cheek. She has like some bruises on her arms that like are slowly starting to turn like a faint, because everything's glass, it's like a little bit like stained glass of like a purple looking stuff. And you like she's awesome. She's awesome is what I'm trying to tell you. Like she has everything that her son had, and he's only wearing like his royal clothes and stuff like that, and is completely disarmed and knocked out. So because me, Alan, I don't know how to phrase this to you guys. She essentially says that her son tried to attack her, and that like as soon as they got into the pantry, she ran out through a secret passage through the panic room down to the jail like dungeon cell, and then like knocked him out and tied him up. And essentially saying like, so yeah, I don't know what happened here, but I don't like him anymore. And I don't know if he is actually my son. So you guys got magic. Can you help me out, please?
Can I can I roll a sus check? What is that? This is
Insight?
so...
You probably looking for insight?
Thanks, yeah.
Yeah.
What? I mean, like, this is a hell of a scene we just encountered, and we have no information. We sent them off. We already felt like this kid was pretty sketch, but we were like, okay, I guess, like, take your mom and go to the dungeon, like, weird. But she turned on him like real quick, and we didn't see what happened. I would really love to roll a bratty teen royalty insight check. A royalty family dynamics insight check. Thanks. All right.
Yeah, and I'll tell you that you will roll this with advantage, meaning that you roll 2 dice and then get the higher.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah.
Oh, thank God. Okay. That's still 10 again, but it was gonna be 3. So.
Wow. Jeez. Okay. Honestly, she does seem pretty cool, but like you're still. Wait, are you doing it? Sorry. Are you doing an insight check on her, or are you doing an insight check on her kid?
On the queen.
On the queen. She's telling the truth. You're not completely sure where exactly the falsity is in some of it, but she is telling the truth.
Do you mean that, like, I feel like it's not 100% the truth? Like it's a
Yeah.
partial truth, but that's all that I can really gauge. Like I'm not getting the
Yeah.
entire truth, but it's like not totally a lie.
Yeah. Like you believe that her son attacked her, and that you also believe that she doesn't know what's happening, but there is like a small tinge of like okay, everyone in this family so far has been like untrustworthy. So like, what is up? Like, is she also lying? You have that like sense of like I can't trust you.
I also rolled insight. I rolled an 18.
Yeah, no, she's straight up telling the truth. Like full everything that she's saying is truthful. Her son attacked her. She doesn't know what's going on. She is telling the truth of a mother who is both very like hurt that her son attacked her, and also just like what the fudge just happened? Like, I'm trying to run a ball here, and then my husband and my son start trying to start stuff. Like, what the heck? It's a lot of that. So, yeah. Okay. So, if you guys okay, I understand that my son is unconscious and all that stuff. Can you guys do like a disarm dispel magic thing? I'm not a magic user. Okay?
Do you think there is magic on him?
Yeah. This clearly isn't my son. A month ago, he was a normal boy. He loved to fight, and he loved to like he had plans of being the next king, and he was, doing normal prince boy stuff. But like now he's like talking about this weird thing called mush, and he keeps on like talking about how he wants to be exactly like his father. Like, I don't get why he would care so much about being like his father and being the same, and or being better than his father, when before he kind of despised him. He didn't like him. He thought that he was untrustworthy. And roll a history check.
Okay. 25.
You know that she had that she was originally married to another person, had a kid with them, and then her older sister, who was planning on marrying the Earl King, had died, and so she had to replace her spot. And then both the prince and the princess are stepkids. So there's a little bit of mistrust there.
They're her children, or they're her husband's children?
They're her children. So what I'm trying to say is that like that there was a time, like a long time, where her kids did not trust the king, and it was kind of like that growing period between a parental figure and a kid who like trying to like understand who this person is, and like all this stuff, that at first they didn't trust, but for some reason now they like completely do.
Okay.
So it's like, yeah.
Okay, then I'm going to take 11 minutes and ritually cast Identify on the prince to see if there is any magic affecting him. Because if I ritual cast it. I don't have to use a spell slot.
Totally. How long does ritual casting take? Is it like
That's
a
why I
minute?
said this one says it takes 11 minutes.
Oh,
Yeah.
Whoops. So after 11 minutes of you kind of doing your magic-y stuff, you see a strong magical aura coming off of the like buttons on his like formal jacket, like formal suit jacket. It's just this really, really intense magical like presence of the friend spell. So someone enchanted these buttons with the friend spell so then it would be a permanent thing. And friends is a thing of like of they are friendly with you until the magic ends, and then they're like, hey, you just cast friends on me, sort of deal.
Oh, okay.
He has not taken off this jacket for a while. Like not in like a grody way, just in a like this is his like every single day like dress thing. So
you said it's just the buttons?
It's just the buttons. There are these green circle buttons that have a green center to them, and they're actually candy buttons. They are like lollipop buttons that they got transported from Foodtopia.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Can I remove them by cutting the thread? I have a small knife.
Roll a trying to remember the like skills and stuff.
Sleight of hand might not be a terrible one for that.
Okay. I'm gonna say roll a wisdom check, please.
Okay.
So like roll a d20 and then add your wisdom modifier.
15.
15. So you try and cut the thread of the things of the thread attaching it to his coat, and it takes a while for you to do that because as you're trying to cut it, a lot of voices come into your head being like, hey, why do you want to cut this off? Like, come on, you don't have to cut this off. Like we're pals, we're friends, we're buddies, like we're amigos. You don't have to cut this off. It's a lot of that. And then as like the threads are like starting to cut off, it starts to become more panicky. And it starts to become like, you don't have to do this. You don't have to cut us off. Like we are your friends, we are your family, we are like, and it gets really, really intense until it's a scream at the end. And then you cut it off. And then the light from it just disappears. Just completely, and you cannot sense the magical presence of it anymore. It's gone completely.
Interesting. Well, apparently these pretty buttons on his coat were enchanted in a very manipulative way. They were very loud when I removed them, but they're very silent now and they appear to be either dormant or dead. I still think we should probably leave him bound. Perhaps locked up.
That's a good idea. Yeah. Can you... I love my husband. I love the king. Can you check well, I know that you did it before, but can you just check one more time? I want to make sure that that isn't the same thing that he did to me.
Sorry, I'm not sure I understand what you're asking.
Can you cast a spell like you did on my son to see if I also am magically attached to him against my will.
Well, the only bond that I saw when I looked before was a bond from your marriage, which right now seems to have a drain pulling energy out of it and into the ground.
Okay.
Carson, I know you were examining it as well. What did you see?
Yeah, so I kind of saw, I mean, it was a little different because, what I really noticed was just that, the two of them, the queen and the king are connected. Because when I was, healing him, it was kind of also healing her, but like, I'm not as well versed in like the fancy magic that you are. It's really much more like, about keeping folks alive and stuff.
That's what that was. I don't know why. When I saw him, you were doing the Healy stuff.
Yeah.
And you did that, and then I, for some reason, felt better afterwards. Okay. Look, I know that this may sound crazy. I know this might sound really out there. Is there a possibility that I may have been wiped of my memory? Is there some way to detect that? I would like all of the magic users to roll another wisdom check, please.
And not an Arcana check?
No, wisdom
right.
check.
Got a 10.
21.
I presume that I'm included in that as someone who uses magic.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Just 8.
Okay, so hold on. What were the numbers again? 8, and then
21.
21, and then what was yours?
10.
10. Okay, so you know at least, okay. Both of the wizards, you know that a person cannot be forcefully married and have that magical connection. But if they are tricked into thinking that they want to be married and that they want that relationship, and some sort of weird mind stuff happens, like the spell, modify memory, and stuff like that is cast on them, then that means that they may think that they would want to marry. And I would like both of you to roll the people who both the wizards. I would like both of you to roll a shoot. I had it just in my brain.
Okay. No worries.
It's insight. There it is. I would like you guys both to roll an insight check with advantage. Now that you know this knowledge, I would like you guys to roll it with advantage.
Dirty 20.
Did you get?
20?
Oh, I got a 9.
Okay. Wow, you guys have been getting pretty good rolls. So Bertina, you know that the word of my sister, like the sentence, my sister died and then I had to marry him. That, and then afterwards saying I love him seems a little bit weird, mainly on the forced word of I had to. So what I'm trying to say is that she did have to, but maybe she doesn't actually love him. So yeah, and I would also like you all to notice is that as you guys are trying to figure this out, this like huge mind puzzle, your roses start glowing, like a bright, intense glow, like a you might blind someone with this glow. So
Is that everybody's rose, or is that just the wizards?
everybody's.
Okay.
Practical effect. Practical effect.
Yeah.
I just want to kind of look at Bettina and Calabria and just I mean, if we think it's possible, I can undo a spell like that.
I do think it's possible, and I find it rather upsetting.
I'll turn to the queen and say, "Ma'am, do I have your permission to cast a spell that would remove such an effect should it be cast upon you?"
Of course.
All right, I will cast Greater Restoration.
Great. As you cast Greater Restoration, you see her eyes move back, so you don't see like the pupils anymore. It's just glass and the tea inside of her. But as you see her pupils move back, you as a cleric just feel an intense weight come off of her, an intense barrier come off of her, and then just you see the pupils come back and just tears. Okay, so there was that did happen. Okay, so I don't actually love the king. That was a lie. Everything was a lie. We didn't even eat cake. We didn't. There wasn't even a we ate a person who was a talking cake. So that's a lot to unpack, but I'll deal with that later. Anyways, okay. I need you guys. Okay. She like wipes away the tears.
Gonna
How
give her my
unusual.
pocket handkerchief.
Thank you. Okay. I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Take a moment, take a deep breath. Feel free to take a second, compose yourself. This is a large thing to realize all of a sudden. Take a couple of deep breaths, maybe.
Yes. I am a queen, so I can handle these things. Okay. My husband, the king, he cursed me to think that I was in love with him. And then there was a bunch of like red flags that I clearly did not see. You know, the whole Project Moss. So apparently I walked into the laboratory and saw it.
Do you mean Project Mush?
Mush. Yes, mush. Thank you.
Snap my fingers. And in my hand appears this folder of documents.
Where did you get that? I thought hiding it.
I found it. It was laying out in the library.
You know, the king. Oh man, I have to retrain my entire vocabulary. Damn. Okay, the king. He never was a smart one. Strong, yes. Charismatic, yes. Smart, no, not even in the slightest. So yeah, no, that makes sense. That makes sense. Really, our son was the smart one. Our son was the smart one. So
smart, perhaps not
this
very
is
wise.
why I don't live in the castle with y'all.
Yeah. All right. So, and she holds out her hand. Can I look at that?
You may, although if you don't mind, I would like it back. I have more reading to do in it.
Of course. And
I hand it to her.
Yeah, she takes it and does like when Flash reads like a book, it's like a blur of pages. You see her like go through like 40 pages with like with one blink of an eye. And okay, so this is perfect. And she hands the thing back. All right. Okay. So, you know, me being a monk and everything, I am part of a thing, it's called the Lavender Group. And it's funny because I was sent out to do something. It's a long story and very, very complicated. And apparently I'm a queen. So I was sent out to do research on Project Mush. That failed. Other stuff happened, everything leading up to this point. I was working with the king of the Oversteeped Kingdom, more the queen, but also the king of the Oversteeped Kingdom. We were working together on a intelligence operation, and so I had to go undercover. There's a lot of stuff to unpack. I don't really have enough time. So what I am going to say is that I need you guys to do a mission for me. I need you guys to give some information to these folks. I have a way to get you there. You don't need to worry about it. Last time that I was there, it was filled with like a bunch of weird stuff. There was like an entire like revolution, I guess, of like weird snacks and stuff.
Hey, I'm sorry. Where are you trying to send us, Your Majesty?
I need you guys to go to the Oversteeped Kingdom.
Oh.
It is technically one of the territories of the Earl Kingdom, so you have an easy way of going there, which is mainly just magic. We got someone to do a cool thing on a magical carpet and stuff like that. But I need you guys to go to the Oversteeped Kingdom because there is some information that we need you guys to send over there. Are you guys good on a reconnaissance mission? Are you how good you are at hold on. Oh man. How good are you guys at like stealthing?
Well,
Did you say stealthing?
At stealthing, yeah, at being quiet and not being noticeable, because I can't have like people who aren't oversteeped folk like show up there.
Well, you
By
see.
the way, I don't think I mentioned this. I am like part of that area.
You're from the Oversteeped Kingdom originally.
Yes, Chewy.
Absolutely.
So is my father.
Right.
So is the adopted daughter of the kings that I still serve in my heart.
Yeah. Okay. That's good.
May I ask,
huh?
do you know D'Artagnan Tiplin?
Sorry, I had to take in that moment just real quick of the quick brand slip.
I was like, don't say it, don't.
Yeah, it's fine. Back into character. Yes, I do. I've seen him at council meetings, stuff like that. But I haven't seen him recently. Me being stuck here. So, yeah. But yeah. I do know of him. I don't know him. Like I know of him, but I don't know him. You know what I'm trying to say? Talking is hard.
You
Okay.
had quite a day of it.
Thank you. I have. Okay.
It's very understandable. Don't worry.
It's fine. It's fine. Okay, so I need you guys to go and I need you guys to go to that. I need you guys to go to the Oversteeped Kingdom, please.
What about the rest of you? Are you very good at being sneaky? I'm afraid my sneaking really relegates itself to words and also trying to be quiet in the library.
Well, I wouldn't sell yourself short, Bettina. I've barely noticed you the times that you've been standing behind me all of a sudden and startling the heck out of me. I think you'll do just fine. But once one does see you, you make quite an impression, so boop, keep an eye on that. I myself, I'm very comfortable sneaking and stealthing, and sneak attacks in particular are my specialty. Although my wounded knee does crinkle somewhat anymore. You know, this double-walled corn plastic, it doesn't melt gracefully, and it can crunch and crinkle a bit, but I'll do my best to walk carefully.
Perhaps we could bandage your knee to muffle it a bit.
Very clever.
I bet Carson could wrap your knee in a very clever way.
I sure could. I sure could do that. I just take a moment. I look down at Carson's dressed up fancy, but like included in that is like his dress armor. He wears some heavy armor, the kind of armor that gives you disadvantage on stealth checks, because I imagine to some extent it really resembles like a teacup and like a little tea dish, and they just like clatter together all the time.
Of course it does. Yeah.
So he just looks down and just like moves slightly, and you hear clank. I'm not that stealthy, if I'm being perfectly honest. I throw a great party though.
Okay, so actually, no, that could work. You could, if someone finds you, distractions. I actually used to be part of an adventuring party, so I kind of know the ways of the adventure or whatever. Me being a queen, this is kind of like my second job sort of situation.
Well, does anybody have like a bag of holding? We could store it in there, and then you can take the armor out when you need it.
I just have this bag of coffee beans. Don't worry about it. It's a perfectly normal bag of coffee beans.
Yeah, no,
that's an oddly specific thing to say, my friend.
I don't have a fancy bag. I got just me, my weapons, like indicated a large mace hung at my side.
I have a different idea. What if we go as less with trying to be sneaky in particular and more appearing as something we are not? For example, Calabria and myself are both relatively well acquainted with higher society. And my father is on the council, apparently, in the Oversteeped Kingdom. We could go with our bodyguards.
A royal visit.
Or at least royal noble visit.
Noble.
Really? I don't know. We could spin some sort of story about it, but perhaps hiding in plain sight might suit the strengths and weaknesses of our little group better than trying to be the shadow in the night. Except for you, Chewie. You're very stealthy.
Crinkle.
That might work. Is there a possible way to, I don't know. Look, I have a magic, like a flying carpet, the old stories of that one guy who flew around the world on a magic carpet to prove to other folks that he was awesome and a great adventurer and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think a princess ran off with it. Sorry, that's not in the official record. Please continue.
Yeah, no, I have that. That was me. Yeah.
When we get back, you must tell me more, but not right now.
Yeah, don't worry. We'll do a whole catch up thing. We'll have it over brunch. It'll be awesome.
Oh, I love brunch.
Okay, so I have a flying carpet that you guys can use. I also have some other stuff that you guys can use. But you have to promise me that you will return at least the magic carpet, okay?
We promise to return what remains of any possessions that we borrow that may go through dangerous territory and or situations to the best of our ability. Question, Rose?
Oh, yeah.
Great.
They're really impressively
shiny.
bright.
Yeah. Wait a second. Hold on. That I'm gonna have to talk to my kid about that. Not this one. All right. Yeah, those are I think truth-telling roses. So if you find something, interesting or particularly helpful, they will light up. There's also pretty much they help you figure out what is helpful information and what's not.
Oh, so sort of like hotter, more iced.
Exactly. Yes. Like maybe is it boiling? Then we need to move on. Is it like colder than like an ice troll? Or sorry, an iced tea troll? Then we're good. Like then that's not what you're supposed to do. Yeah. So pretty much it's that.
So follow the heat.
Bubblin' boba. What a brilliant invention.
Yup, that's my kid. They're going to be grounded for so long.
Rather remarkable.
That's fine. So okay. Yeah, they help you find useful information and all that stuff. But there is one thing that I need you guys to promise me. Like promise me, like truthfully promise me. If you find the king of the Earl Kingdom, no matter what, chop off its head.
Not to be indelicate, Highness, but first of all, isn't the king like in the next room?
The chap lying dead?
And
he's not there anymore. I checked. There's a little window, like a one-sided window that leads into the office through the family portrait, the one that has all the like weird looking rune stuff that honestly I don't understand. I saw the body isn't there. The blood is still there. The stuff that isn't, like the magical illusion, but the blood is it. But the real blood is still there. His body gone. His suit of armor gone. Every magical part of him is gone, and I have not been able to see him, but I do know from the connection that is between me and him, I know that he's still unconscious, and I know that he's still cursed. So he didn't move, but someone moved him.
And if we encounter the king on our voyage to the oversteeped kingdom, we're to decapitate the king of the King of Earl.
Yes.
This is
why?
Yeah,
Why must we decapitate him?
That's the easiest way to kill him. Either do that or cut off the hand that still has our wedding ring.
Oh,
Because him still being unconscious is still draining life from me.
Could you not just ask for a divorce?
Not at this point. No, the other person is unconscious, so
So you don't want to
Can
wait for him
we-
to wake up? Just cut his head off?
no, yeah, pretty much.
I don't feel great about murder as the other option from divorce.
Because he's
I'm
asleep.
sorry. I'm sorry. I'm still feeling a lot of vengeance right now.
Maybe not the best
So-
time to be passing decrees. And
Right? Yes, of course. Sorry, what I meant to say is, if you find the king, bring him to me, and I will handle it in front of the royal court of all kingdoms. And we'll get it done.
I just want to look at Bettina and Calabria very quickly and just go, can't we just dispel the magic? Isn't that a thing that we can do?
I was about to ask
Just
the
remove
same
it?
thing. I have one remaining of my most powerful spells that I can do today.
now, if I recall, the last time we encountered the king, there was sort of some kind of a magic void. Nothing could be done to him with magic. Calabria, is this normal royal stuff? I'm the help. I don't know what goes on in libraries and dungeons and things.
Well, as far as the royals go, I didn't even know that any magic was really happening in the castle. So this is all kind of news to me.
I've read all about the royal customs, and I've never seen anything like this.
It's not normal. I'm gonna, me, Alan, the DM, the person who's floating in the clouds above you guys, I am going to tell you that this is not normal. This is a new thing that happened at least within the last month. At least.
Okay. So I would like to. Chewy's gonna go ahead and do some scraping and bowing and just try to. We're still telepathically linked. Yeah, I can think at you.
Yep.
I can think at y'all. Cool, great. I would love to think loudly to my compatriots. Like, let's just roll with it and discuss elsewhere.
Yeah,
I
sure.
agree with you, but perhaps we should attempt dispelling the magic before we leave. Then, well, his death or lack thereof will be of somewhat different consequence.
And it'll keep the queen safe while we're away.
Right.
If it
I'll
works.
think the thumbs up at everybody. Mental thumbs up.
Yeah.
Thumbs up emoji.
Yeah, if that doesn't work, I could also beseech, the gods, the brewer in particular, to see if he could just magically undo the ceremony permanently.
I have an idea. Why don't we combine forces?
Sure. How would you propose we do that?
Well, I would say you beseech your deity
Sure.
as I am casting dispel magic, and perhaps we will make a more powerful blend.
Yeah, sure.
So, gotta have like a religion
Like,
check.
Your Majesty, we would like to attempt to break that bond before we go. We have something to try that we think will work.
Yeah. Reese, you were saying something?
Are we gonna have to? They're gonna have to roll for that.
For dispel magic?
To bond together, or
Oh yeah. I wasn't thinking about that, but yes, they will have to roll for that.
also wait a
yeah.
minute. Got to think about this first. If the marriage does not exist anymore, you're not going to be the queen. And if the king dies, your son will be in charge of the entire kingdom.
you see just like a realization come on to her face, and just like, well,
I take it he formally adopted both of them?
yes, he did. That's part of the marriage ceremony.
Oh, this changes the whole family.
Yeah.
Does this bring us back to square one, which is murder? And like, if it does, that's okay. But I just personally, I cannot participate in the act of murder. I would like to not be present when that happens.
I'll tell you what, we don't have to murder him. That's a thing that I can do if it comes to it. If I want to emphasize the if part of this. If it comes to it and I have to murder him, it'll only be because we do this in front of a court of law and in front of all of the kingdoms.
At which point, it's not so much regicide as like
Justice.
the due legal process.
Yeah, pretty much.
I just, maybe the term murder, far be it from me, Majesty, just may be misleading to those who might overhear you.
I'm sorry. Again, a lot of feelings. My whole world kind of broke a little bit. Like a little bit off to the side. So, like it's my entire life right now. It was like you see a photo, you see a painting like off to the side that at first you didn't notice for like a long time that it was crooked until like you like years later when you put like another piece of art next to it and you're like, oh, this is crooked. So
and has runes painted on its face, which
huh?
is also alarming. That picture, it's crooked, and also there's runes painted in blood on the faces. I'm just rolling with your analogy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Wait a minute.
Exactly that. Anyways, will you do the mission or not? You don't have to worry about finding the king or anything like that. If you find the king, bring him to me. We'll do a whole court of law stuff. If that happens, like, just super duper appreciate it. Will you take this mission though?
Look around at everybody.
Yes.
I'm in if you all are.
I mean, we get to ride on the magic carpet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we choose to accept it.
Okay. And I do want to make sure that you know the mission is not for you guys to find the king. The mission is for you guys to give information to the Oversteeped Kingdom. Just really want to like clarify that, really want to solidify that so that you guys don't think that I'm lying to you and that I want you guys to kill the king.
Yeah, sure.
Insight check.
Though.
What specific information? How about that?
Insight check.
Yeah, is it going to be like on paper or
It is. I need you guys. And she hands can one of you please turn around? I need to write something.
Yeah, sure. This bit of armor is a real nice flat surface right here.
Yeah. And so then she just pulls out like a long scroll and starts like writing like insanely quickly. Again, the same thing that she did when she was reading. And she rolls it back up and hands it to you, to one of you, and says, "This is all of the information that I need you to pass on. You don't have to tell him. Preferably, you wouldn't read it, but honestly, you found the files. It's fine. It's just more of what the king is doing, why I haven't responded to his messages, and all of that stuff. If you can, try and give him the message without him seeing you or without his guard seeing you. If not, then if that doesn't happen, if he sees you, if he notices you, just play it off cool, please. I am essentially a spy. I really want to get this clear.
That's pretty understood.
Cool.
That's very
Great.
clear, Your Majesty.
Awesome. And she pulls out of like a little satchel on her side. She pulls out an entire carpet, hands it to one of you. She like spreads it out on the floor, hands you a scroll of teleportation. One of you can mark that off. It's a teleportation spell, or teleportation.
I'll take it.
Cool. She hands that to you. And then she hands you 4 rings. These are rings of communication. If you hold on to them while you talk, you can talk to the other people that have the rings. You only hear it in your brain though, so you don't need to worry about other people listening into your conversation. Yeah.
Excellent. We definitely don't already have something like that going on. So
It's fine. It's fine.
No,
It's fine.
We
It's
definitely
fine.
for sure did not already have a resource like that.
Nope,
I think
not
in
at
my
all.
head,
Thank you.
I think in my head, and I say, "No, shh, it's fine. This is better."
Somewhere
in the world, Timothy goes, "What the hell?"
Why am I still in this group chat?
She looks to Chewie and she just winks, like the wink of like, I know what you're talking about, but like I'm gonna play along.
Chewie cringes because this is all very uncomfortable, and also they've never understood how to interpret winks from people.
Oh,
That's fair.
Can Timothy like opt out of the spell, or can we let him go?
I mean, hypothetically, probably it's the duration's probably almost over anyways. It's fine.
Okay.
It's fine. I will just look at the queen real quick. She's like, your highness, let's say hypothetically that we pass this message along to the king of the oversteeped kingdom, and he asked for some kind of proof or some like evidence that what we're telling him is true and not a lie. By what means should we prove to him the veracity of this message?
Tell him Lavender sent you.
All right.
He'll know what it means, all that stuff. Hey, Bettina, can you please roll me a not insight check. Roll me an investigation check, please.
15.
15, guys. You look at her and you notice like a hint of rose coming off of her tongue. And you remember your friend Lavender Rose, who wasn't close to the queen, but knew fairly well of her. You guys had probably a couple of conversations about the Earl Kingdom and all that stuff, and you know that she has been planning to become an oversteeped person because she thinks that oversteeped like Tisani people are like become better at magic and become like better sorcerers. So you know this stuff. It kind of just flashes like in your memory. You also know that she is not Lavender Rose, but she does know that like she does know of Lavender Rose. So yeah, might be something that you want to talk to your friend about.
So that she knows of the Lavender Group?
Yeah, sorry. There's many lavenders in this. You know that Lavender Rose is and knows about the Lavender Group, the Lavender Clan or LC. And so like you know that she is aware of it. But the queen is not Lavender Rose. So just I don't know, there may be some like confusion with that, but I just wanted to clear that up. Yeah.
One final question, Your Majesty. Do you know anything else about the person who stabbed the king?
No, I'm not aware of it. It wouldn't be the king. It wouldn't be the king of the Oversteeped Kingdom. He's a very good man. He's a smart person and he is very kind. But it wouldn't be him. To be real, he's not very good with the knives. He's better with blunt objects.
I mean, the murder was rather clumsy.
Yeah.
And the person who stabbed him was dressed very finely.
Huh.
I just figured you might know more about the nobility over there. That's all. If you think of anything, do you know sending or have anyone with you who can cast sending?
Well, I don't know any magic. Really the only magic that I do have are the items and the scrolls and stuff, but that's it. No, I'm sorry. Unfortunately not. There is a wizard who lives in the northeast tower of the kingdom, but he's been doing actually a pretty fun research project on trying to figure out how to get out of the coin without like turning into a beverage. So yeah.
It's all right. I know how to cast sending. I can communicate if we need to communicate.
I also know sending, but what I want is for the queen to be able to tell us if she thinks of any other relevant information while we're gone.
I can talk to him.
I don't think we have a whole week for me to make a scroll for her, so I think perhaps that is not the best option here.
Yeah, that's fair.
This is very urgent, just regaining my memories and stuff like that. It's urgent to talk to them. Okay. I need you guys to go now. I'm sorry. Is there anything else that you guys need? You have supplies, you have all of this stuff. Anything else?
Did you want us to attempt to dispel the magic connecting you to your husband, or would you like that to be resolved in a different way?
I would like it to be resolved in a different way. I have ways to maintain my own health long enough for me to survive your trip. Okay. And as this conversation ends, unless we have anything else that you as the characters want to do, No? We're good?
Adventure.
Okay. We're going to smash cut to you guys on a flying carpet going over the saltwater seas towards the oversteeped kingdom, and that's where we're going to take our break.
Cool. Just as we're going, Carson just going to turn the rest of it. Wait, so was she the one from Around the World in 180 Days? Is that what she was talking about?
She definitely
On the
was, and I
carpet?
must find out more.
All right,
This is the
cool.
carpet. She
No
was the
way.
princess. I know, right? It's very exciting.
All right, y'all. Break time. So
Great. So back in 10. So
Yep.
we'll come back here 7:30 Pacific. I guess half past the hour wherever you are. Lovely. All right. Thanks, y'all. Stretch, take a break, get some water, refresh your tea, and we'll see you at half past.
yeah.
Sweet.
Right. Bye. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Tea&d. So as we are flying over the watery seas of Tealandia, it is a brand new day. You guys had an evening to prepare stuff, and then early in the morning you guys woke up. It's kind of like road trip rules. So yeah. You guys are all prepped and ready and all that stuff, and you head out into the seas, the air above the seas, and it's slightly cloudy. It's a nice sunny day. There is some spots of rain, but you guys haven't run underneath any rain clouds yet. And it's around lunchtime, so yeah. What are each of your characters thinking and stuff like that?
Well, hopefully we packed sandwiches or something.
Okay, I brought a whole gallon of sweet tea to share.
That's
By the
lovely.
way, it's not cannibalism. Just really want to make sure that
Yeah, no. It's a symbol of national pride, frankly.
Yep.
I also brought this large thermos full of my family's recipe of chai, a very special spice blend of chai.
I got a few pockets full of boba.
I'm not
Cooked.
sure that I find pocket boba very appealing. It sounds like it might be fuzzy.
That's our cultural snack. It's fine. We eat it every day, all the time. People just carry on wheelbarrows full of boba on the street, and we just line our pockets with it, and we just eat it. It's a pocket snack. Don't worry about it.
Well, I apologize. I've not yet gotten to visit Boba Dynasty. Clearly, I need to fix this.
Well, and believe me, I'm military. My pockets are spotless, pristine pocket boba.
I believe you. Pristine Pocket Boba would also be an excellent band name should you ever decide to take up the musical arts.
You must have a little bit of Bard in you.
Crinkle my bad knee. It sounds like kind of like an accordion, but a broken one.
Corn plastic accordion?
Yeah, corn plastic, double-walled corn plastic accordion. Can I please? I would like to try to entertain my compatriots with my crumpled, broken corn plastic double cup melted knee.
Roll a performance check.
I would love to. It's not good. 9.
Yeah, no. It's the sound of a crinkle of plastic crinklesness. So it doesn't sound good. There are like there is a song, hypothetically there is a song there, but it's entertaining as in like a way of like, this is ridiculous, not as in like, this is a fine piece of musical art. So I mean, you still got the goal. It's just maybe not what you wanted perfectly.
There may
Oh,
be
yeah.
more laughing at me than being roused by my patriotic music.
No. I know this one. It's what's the name of the song? Oh shoot. Oh, I know this one. Help me out. Help me out here. What's the name of the song that you're playing?
Oh, it's Go Boldly on Boba Boy or something like that.
Corn boy, boba knee. Yeah.
Right. That's the one. That's the one. I knew it. I totally recognized it from the start. It was very good. You did a great job, Chewy. You're a natural born musician.
Cronkle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You
very good.
obviously have a lot of fun with it, which is really the most important part. It's very dull to watch a bard who really doesn't care about what they're doing.
All right, so who wants biscuits? I got some, and I'll just like pull a tray of biscuits out of my bag.
That would be lovely.
I would like all of you to roll. I would like all of you to roll a percentile dice. So roll 1d10 and run 1d100.
Is this what percentage of the biscuits we each get to eat, please?
No, it's not.
A biscuit check.
I would like to make a biscuit check. No, I'm kidding.
I mean, we can certainly do that, but I want you guys to roll a percentile dice first.
Sure. Let me know when you're ready for them.
Sorry, I had to write one more thing down. Let's start off with Friday. What did you get?
73.
Okay. Shauna, what did you get?
6.
Okay. Carson, what did you get? I mean, sorry, Josh.
Fine. 40. Same. We're one and the same.
Okay. And Reese, what did you get?
96.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I'm so happy. So as a DM, when you like plan like random encounters, it's so happy. It makes you so happy when someone stumbles upon one that you really want them to. Now,
Oh dear.
okay, so as you guys are eating your biscuits, which by the way, I would like everyone to roll 1d8 to see how many biscuits they eat.
8.
Crit. 8 biscuits here too.
8 biscuits.
I got it.
Uh-huh.
I got 3. I know how to pace myself. There's more courses to come. I'll have a little biscuit. I'll do the first one. I'll layer some butter on there. The second one, I'll do some honey. And the third one, I just have it plain.
I love that. So as you guys are all eating your biscuits, you see flying above you. First, you just see a shadow of wings and feel a flapping of air. That is like a little bit moist. Sorry. That is like a little bit damp when like it hits you. It seems like it's steam as it like flaps above you, and then it flaps. A different dragon flaps above you, and it actually flaps above you, and then it flies right in front of you, and then it just kind of stays there. But this isn't like a normal dragon size, like gigantic dragon, like large reptile. It's more of a like humanoid person thing with large wings, a reptilian tail, wearing cream colored shorts, an orange belt, and two satchel packs on their connected to their belt, completely topless, reptilian scales all over them that aren't actually scales but are teacups. They are like covered in teacup print, and they are made out of porcelain. They smile at you guys with, and you can see again porcelain teeth, without any print on it. And it is covered in just light blue. It's very light blue skin that if you look at it closely, you will see that it has the classic like teacup print that you will see on like fancy teacups and stuff like that. And it has arm wraps around its arms, kind of like in a like a classic monk style, or at least like monk as in the player's handbook style. And it just flaps its wings in front of you, and it just smiles and it's like, "Hey, what are you guys doing? Like, you guys are in our territory. What are you doing?"
We're having lunch. You want some?
That does sound really good.
They really are marvelously fluffy biscuits.
I may have taken my eyes were bigger than my stomach.
Everyone, okay. Either one of you can roll a persuasion check with advantage, or all of you can roll a persuasion check.
I feel like our odds are better with all of us rolling.
Yes.
Okay.
Or at least more interesting, if not better. Well, that wasn't very good, now was it?
Not better. Not better. 6 here.
I rolled an 11. No, 12. I know how to do math.
I got an 11.
17.
Cool. Yeah, no. They're like, "You know what? All right, I'll have a biscuit, but you can't come into this territory anymore. Or at least like you can pass by, but like don't stay here for a while, okay? Like I'm on watch. Me and my mom are on watch here." And they point up to a large dragon that is full on porcelain body, porcelain scales, and classic print, except instead of having it be the classic print style of like people working in a farm and stuff like that, it is of sunflowers and cats, and very much like a grandmother, like stereotypical white grandmother cup of tea sort of style print.
It's very cute.
And yeah, you just see her flapping like above the teacup dragonborn that's standing right in front of you.
I say in Draconic, because I do speak Draconic. I say, we apologize. We're not exactly sure where we are. Clouds make navigation somewhat challenging. Can you help us out? Whose territory? Where have we wandered into?
The dragon kind of looks taken aback. You're in teacup dragon territory. You're in teacup territory.
Let me rephrase. I apologize. Is that up here above the clouds? Is there a particular land, like country on the ground that you live in?
It is the clouds.
Oh.
We make the clouds, and then we build. I shouldn't be telling you this. You guys.
I promise. I won't tell anyone. That's really marvelous, though. They're very beautiful.
Thank
you should all be very proud of yourselves.
Put in a lot of hard work into this. We have like entire like factories where we make clouds and stuff. You know, all your rainy days, that's just us trying to give you some good vibes. All the stormy nights, that's just us trying to make it so you guys don't like do stupid stuff.
Well, we really appreciate it. We aren't intending to stay in your territory. We do need to pass through the sky since we are on a flying vehicle. But we won't be staying in the sky, I promise.
Okay, that's
Just long
cool.
enough to get where we're going.
Yeah. All right. Well,
Have some biscuits.
and they just take like a third of your biscuits and just like it's like I have to go share them with my friends and then just flies off.
Oh no, I didn't get to ask his name.
Bye now.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, they use they them their pronouns.
Sorry, I didn't get to ask their name.
No, you're good. It's I'm gonna let you know they're reptiles, and in this world, teacup dragons and all that, they don't really have a gender or sex or anything. It's just they are. So, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Which is like my dream, but whatever.
I love that.
But yeah, so that's it. You guys enjoy the rest of your meal. Again, partially cloudy day. You do notice after hearing, like, we build an entire city of clouds, like, we live in the clouds. You do slowly start to notice a little bit more that, like, man, that, like, structure of clouds really looks like a dragon, and, like, huh, like, it looks like there's a horde up there and stuff like that. Like, you slowly start to notice, like, oh, okay, that makes sense.
I'm going to take lots of notes and make some sketches in my personal learning things book.
Yeah.
Not the same book as my spell book. Spell books are very particular use. Don't doodle in those; it ends up weird.
Mm-hmm.
Seeing these dragons in the clouds, like, are we seeing them from afar, or are we gonna have a problem?
Oh no, they're pretty much it was just like hey, why are you here? Like, we didn't get any communication with that. Like, that's weird.
We didn't know you were here. We're really sorry.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. We invaded their privacy.
Yeah, they aren't going to attack you. They aren't like or aggressive. They aren't aggressive. They're just like, that's weird.
Well, plus they got some of Carson's homemade like buttermilk biscuits and all. So like they're, even if they were inclined to be aggressive, I imagine they're tame as kittens now.
Yeah.
That's just science.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You're correct. It says so in all the books in the library.
Yeah. No. You do actually no, roll a perception check.
Who? Everybody?
All of you.
All right.
I rolled a 4, which means 10.
Oh, no.
I got a 15.
Okay.
11.
26.
Carson, you see off in the distance, from where you guys came, you see a cloud of raining biscuits, and that's pretty much it. Yeah.
I feel very good right now about a lot of things, and I absolutely plan to come back and cook more for these dragons. That's all.
Okay, Carson, you get inspiration. That was too cute. I have to reward that. That's too sweet.
I really love that here at Tea&D we do reward well-baked biscuits and dragon friendship, wholesomeness with inspiration.
That's the whole point of D&D is biscuits and friendship.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that seems legit.
exactly why I play.
All right, so I'm going to quickly like speed through travel. Pretty much it's just, classic downtime travel time sort of thing. If you guys have like a small thing that you guys want to do, let me know, but pretty much we are going to start back up on the role play when you guys are at the oversteeped kingdom. So do you guys have anything that you'd like to do at all?
I'm going to spend at least an hour conversing with Aloysius, reminding him that we are practicing our indoor voices when we are inside structures or trying to be not seen. You can hear the capitals in this phrase. He is. It's obvious to everyone looking at him, except possibly Bettina herself, despite being psychically linked with him, that he knows damn well what he's supposed to be doing. This raven has a raven attitude.
Yes.
However, she probably is able to impress upon him the significance of this mission, so that he will hopefully make better choices about whether or not to make noise.
Yes.
We hope.
I'm going to say that that he will give you the help action in anything that you need. Like you get the help action for stealth, for perception checks, and for like trying to not be loud. Pretty much, stealth and perception checks. You get advantage on them for a couple of days.
That sounds lovely. Thank you.
Yeah.
Have we landed yet?
I'm saying that this is like a travel downtime. If you guys want to be doing something, you can. It is going to be like a short thing, because you guys have probably like, how does time work? You guys probably have like 4 hours left in your travel to the Oversteep Kingdom.
So we get like a little travel montage basically right now.
Yeah, pretty much.
Cute.
Oh, I'm currently feeling a bit uncomfortable in my outfit, realizing that we left and we're still wearing our fancy ball clothes.
Sorry. Yep.
I take my corset off.
Okay. Love it.
Send it into the sky so someone else can be blessed with that wretched mess.
Right. You see real quickly a like darker blue teacup dragonborn just real quickly snatch it up and fly away.
Like, okay, have fun.
Thank you.
I'm relieved. When we stop, I'm going to change into my other clothes.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm definitely.
I just change while we're flying.
Yeah, that wouldn't work really well.
Yeah, I'm in a military uniform that I covered up with like a little shawl, if you recall. So I'm out here very conflicted because I'm both on official royal business and I totally don't actually work for the crown. I'm on official business for a different crown altogether than the one that I used to work for, but I'm like wearing Boba Dynasty gear. So Chewie's just like sitting there having a little personal crisis over like direction, identity, belonging, all of these things, and whether or not I should even be wearing this uniform. So definitely keeping that shawl pretty tightly around their all their old badges and decorations and things. And yeah, so Chewie's just gonna sit there and quietly have a complete identity crisis, but also eat biscuits. So like that's good.
Yeah. While other things are happening in the montage, it'll just cut back to Carson pulling more food out of his bag, It's like, hey, here's like, some cornbread. Oh, I brought some grapes. Does anyone want some grapes? Oh, here's a pie. Oh, I brought some chicken fingers. Does anyone want some chicken fingers?
Chewy's just comfort eating.
Pulling stuff out.
Carson, do you have like
Of course not.
do you have like an actual like magical bag that produces food?
Oh no, I've just got it all in like little Tupperware containers and just keeping them real stored, real careful. Here's the thing: everyone else like slept last night, and Carson was up till like 2 a.m, making sure that there was enough food for a single day of travel.
Wow. Okay.
Oh, bless his heart.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, no, I thought that you were just saying, like, describing a magical item of just, like, bunch of food, but no, this is great. I love it.
Carson's
cook like
giving
an
heart
8-course
is
meal.
a magical item. Like, Carson is just...
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm fine with this. I'm perfectly okay with this. This is good. This is great. I love it. Yeah. So we have this quick little travel montage and we get to the Oversteeped Kingdom. You guys either change, get disguises, all that stuff. I'm not gonna make you roll for it because you guys probably like during your traveling, you guys probably talked about it or workshopped it a little bit and stuff like that.
I do have a suggestion for you, Chewy. Why don't we put a label on your armor that says Guinevere's Secondhand Armor Shop?
Well, I mean, I'm a little dented up, I'll admit, but I don't know that I'd call anything about my person secondhand.
No. What I mean is that way it gives you reason to be traveling with someone from the Earl Kingdom and someone from the Chai Republic as a bodyguard and as someone who currently is wearing Boba Dynasty armor.
My dress uniform? To put a secondhand label on it would... Well, it breaks my heart a little. I'd feel like I was besmirching.
All right, how about honorably retired or something like that? We could just tell people that you're honorably retired.
Well, I suppose we could. They don't make a badge for that because we're not supposed to wear the uniform technically afterwards, but I suppose if we made a badge, it's a little unorthodox, but at least then I wouldn't be claiming to still be in active service, and that's been a real crisis for me. I don't want to mislead anyone, but this is sort of all I have and all I really know. I'm not quite ready to leave it behind yet. So I don't know if anyone is handy with a needle and thread and could perchance help me fashion a new badge for my epaulette or my sash or my whatever, to indicate that I've been honorably discharged and no longer officially in service to the kings. I suppose that could be okay.
We could possibly do that.
Yeah.
I was going to say, Calabria, I bet you have
I'm looking...
world-class embroidery skills.
Yes, definitely. But I have the skills. I just can't do it super fast. How long do we have to get this done?
I'm gonna say you guys have the trip to get this done. Like, yeah, if we're doing a little bit of a time travel sort of thing right now. So you have an entire trip to do this, and honestly, I'm not gonna make you roll for it. If you just want to tell me like a quick describer of like what it looks like, then we're good.
It's gonna be a white patch, kind of like how a mechanic's name would be on a uniform. but the stitching is going to be green.
Love it.
And it just says honorably discharged. Keep it simple.
Yeah.
Excellent. In that case, I'll allow my shawl to flutter gently around my little elbows, as one does when they don't need it up around the shoulders, and I'll proudly display all my decorations. I earned them, and now I'm not, claiming to have any sort of official role that I don't, which would be very much against my ethics. So thank you, Calabria. I'm no longer having an absolute crisis of self. It's only at about 30% crisis now.
Glad
Yeah.
Less crisis is good.
Yes. So I'm gonna, unless there's really, really quickly one last thing that you all want to do, then I'm gonna wrap this up, this montage. Okay, we good? Awesome. And I do want to mention, I do know that it's 8. There is a story point that I really, really want to get to, that will make it a little bit longer, but I'll try and get to it soon. So, yeah. As you guys enter into town, leaving the magic carpet, close to the shore, to the area, area close to the water, under hidden, or I don't know. Are you guys gonna take the carpet with you or leave it behind?
We cannot leave it behind.
Yeah.
Once it back.
Absolutely taking good care of that. Gonna hang on to it.
Yep.
Fit in a backpack?
Hmm?
Can it fit in a backpack?
Yep. If you I'm gonna say it's like a. Sorry, I'm trying to visualize how big this carpet is. It's like a nice. It's like a twin bed duvet cover size. So
Okay.
it's one of those carpets that if you fold it a certain way, it'll be really, really small and perfect and will fit perfectly in a backpack.
Nice. Okay.
Sorry. So as you guys put this stuff away, get into your disguises, get ready to go into town, which is the only way that you will be able to get to the kingdom. I'm going to do a quick description of what this place looks like. So what you guys would think the Oversteeped Kingdom is a very grimy place, a very an urban place that is a lot more gross than nicer, richer urban. Urban as in city. I don't know if that's the correct word to use. Cool. But yeah, you would think that it would be like a dirty fishing town, that doesn't really get a lot of money from Swedish fish. No relation to the candy. But yeah, very sweet fish is usually their large economic thing, with them being so close to the portal to Foodtopia. But this town is, as you guys walk into it, is beautiful. It is really, really nice. There isn't any illusions on it. It is genuinely really, really pretty and a lovely place. There are tiny little gardens in front of everyone's houses. There's a thriving market. Everyone is smiling. It is a place filled with so much joy that it is overwhelming. And I would like everyone to roll perception checks. just to like see like what you guys hear and all this stuff. What
Crit fail.
happened?
Crit fail.
Nat 20. So 26.
Oh yes.
23.
I just assume they're happy because of all the Swedish fish and just call it
Yeah.
a day. I don't even look that any further
Yeah.
into it.
Bettina is grinning ear to ear because she hasn't been here since she was 11.
Yeah. So Bettina, you know that like you've heard the propaganda, but like you know the real Oversteeped Kingdom. It's very, very nice. You do hear some gossip, which I will get to. What are your Carson and Calabria? What are your perception checks?
I got a 6.
Oh,
Got a 23.
great, awesome, fantastic. So, Bettina and Carson, you both hear a lot of gossip about like the different kingdoms. A lot of it's like a lot of it's like false information. You know how gossips are. You also hear people saying stuff along the lines of the king is back. The king is back. He's brought an amulet back home. One of the prized jewels is back in its rightful place. And then you also hear a lot of like loud yelling of like fresh caught fish, fresh caught fish right here, right now. Welcome one and all to the fresh caught fish column. And like it's a loud bustling market, so you guys don't really hear everything, but you do hear a lot of gossip about the king coming back and about how the jewel has come back, about how the amulet has come back. You definitely think that the amulet and the jewel are the same thing, but you hear it being called different things across the field. Chewy and Calabria, all you guys hear is just the loud fish dudes, just like fresh fish. You know, like nope, I was about to say Times Square. That's not right.
Pike Place Market?
Yes, thank you. You know, at Pike Place Market, the fish people who are like chucking fish and it's them, but in this world. So yeah, you guys don't really hear any of the like gossip and stuff like that, but everyone rolls stealth checks.
I got a 4.
17.
19.
17.
Yes.
6.
8.
Oh man. Well,
We're not trying to be stealthy. We're trying to blend in.
yeah, exactly. And you do such a good job at that. You do so good at that. You know, I'm gonna really emphasize that you do a good job at this. You do such a good job at this that you start to forget who you are. Like you are like, you know your name, you know where you're from, but you're like, oh man, there's such like amazing food and stuff here. The people who rolled below a 10, which I think is all three of you, except Bettina, all of you slowly are very distracted and very confused about why you guys are here. Bettina seems to be the only one who is like going towards the kingdom. No one notices them. Her. No one notices her. No one like is paying attention to her really. But yeah, no, you guys are just so enthralled by the amazing food that they have here. And I'm going to say that probably all three of you get scammed for like 4 gold. because you see some carnival games, you see some food stands, you see a person with 3 teacups upside down do the like whole like shuffle thing. You all get like really excited, but yeah, you do know where Bettina is going, and you do head towards her though. What's up?
Query. So we rolled such shit for stealth that we like went the opposite direction and also didn't even have enough awareness about our own persons that we managed to get some of our money jacked.
Yeah, pretty much.
Cool. So we were we were not only really loud and unstealthy, but also we're ding dongs.
Yep.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
We are the tourists in New York City with a sign
Exactly.
on their shirt that says "I heart New York," which is actually code for "Please steal my wallet."
Yes.
Yep, exactly.
I wrap my Oversteep Nation shawl around my shoulders because that's the shawl that I brought with me. And throw my Oversteep Nation style braid back over my shoulder and say through the telepathy rings, please, for the love of the brewer, the blender, and the drinker, remember why we're here.
Oops. Hey,
You
Chewie,
can still stand for like 4 or 5 gold, but you guys eventually meet up like near the drawbridge of the castle. So I'm gonna let you guys know about that. But what were you gonna say?
Oh, I was just being like, Chewie, we should go back.
I just really like the fish.
Me too. But mission, right? Totally
Right.
forgot.
Right. Mission. Crinkle, crinkle, crinkle. My accordion knee down the street.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Okay. Jeez, I think I may have jinxed you guys because earlier I said like, wow, you guys have been rolling pretty well tonight. Nope. I take that back.
Well, thank you for taking responsibility for that because I wasn't interested in taking responsibility for my own bad rolls. So appreciate you.
So you all head towards the Kingdom drawbridge. That is, they have an open drawbridge rule, where if the drawbridge is down, anyone can go in and talk to them and be like, hey, we need some help or some money, please help us. And it's a decently held, like kingdom and stuff like that. It's pretty cool. Yeah, you guys walk in. I'm going to let you all know it is a smaller castle than like the classic like castles from fantasy and stuff like that. It's like a large mansion pretty much. So, yeah. Or really just a mansion. Like mansions are huge, so so you hear as you're inside of the castle, there's kind of like a line that's heading into a room in front of you, which is kind of like the Great Hall / meeting room, where a bunch of people go in to talk to the King and Queen. To the left of you is I wrote all of the places down. Is the small library / laboratory. To the right of you is both a staircase that leads upstairs to the King and Queen's bedroom, and then if you don't go down the stairs and you just pass the stairs, you go to the treasure room. So, where do you guys want to go?
Well, I'm thinking being in the treasure room is a little scary place to be without permission. So we should like get out and go find. Are we delivering the message to the king and the queen, or who?
Well, we are, but we're not supposed to let them know that we delivered it.
Yeah.
Oh,
We're supposed to like sneak in and like leave it on the desk and then slip out.
So
but
I
if we're
have
seen, we're supposed to just
an
like be cool.
idea.
okay.
I would like to ask the nearest guard if the council is in session today.
You see a tall, a tall, tea person who has extremely like see-through tea, but is just tinted slightly yellow, and like kind of arms crossed, and you see like a silver needle, like the glass version of silver needle running through his hair, and he just says, I well, the Royal Council, the one where you guys all can like ask for help and stuff like that, that's in session right now. But
I'm specifically looking for one particular person.
yeah,
Last name is Tiplin. First name D'Artagnan.
yeah, I don't know who that person is. But I do know that if you need to meet with the king or give messages to the king, you can always go to the bedroom. There,
I beg your pardon.
Atrium forward.
no, they have they call it the bedroom, but they have a very separate thing where it's like an office and then a bed and then like there's a big.
Like their personal suites.
Exactly, yes.
Oh, okay. My apologies. I misunderstood. That's
No.
the term's used a bit differently where I come from.
Yes, I understand. A lot of people, since it's the like 40 seconds steeping ceremony or whatever, Twilight Ball, yes, Twilight Ball. We get a lot of newcomers, so it's understandable. But yeah, yeah, I think, yeah, if you just leave like a note or something, or if you want to wait for them, you probably just go to their bedroom and just stay there for a little bit.
We should leave a note.
Yeah.
So, all right. So just to be perfectly clear, we're gonna go and we're gonna wait in the bedroom, and then we're gonna leave a note. All right. Cool.
Is it all right if we just leave a note and then leave?
Well,
we're on a bit of a tight schedule. Is the only reason I ask.
And that's what notes are for, right? For then you leave.
yeah, I can let the king know, or the queen. I don't know if you prefer matriarchy or a patriarchy sort of situation. But I can let the king or queen know, and then you guys can talk to them. It's a little bit rude to like go into a place, leave them a note, and then be like, bye, we have to go right now, when you have like something that you need to talk to them about in privacy. So yeah, I you know what, I'll let the king know, and he turns around and walks into the like area, into the great hall, and there isn't any more guards.
Yeet.
Run in there, drop the note and leave. Run in there, drop the note and leave. Crinkle, crinkle,
I would like
crinkle, crinkle.
I would like to quickly, but as chilly as we can. I don't want to attract attention. I want to quickly and without attracting attention, go to the suite, leave the note, leave that area. Wherever we happen to end up, I just want to make sure that we can pretend that we know what we're doing there and that we're supposed to be there.
Just be cool.
Just
All
be
right.
cool, man.
Are we trying to get out of here like without being sensed at all? I think I have a spell for this.
It was a like I'm going to let you know the specific like detail that the queen told you. It was to not be seen by the king.
Ah.
Seen emphasis. So just make sure that he doesn't look at you and you're all good.
But he can still smell us, and that's fine.
Yep.
That's
Now, hypothetically, and I'll just kind of say this probably out loud to the rest of the party because there's no one else that I'm talking to. Hypothetically, could we leave the message somewhere, like leave the note somewhere, and then like just send him a message, like a sending, kind of like what Bettina and I are able to do, and just be like, "Hey, Your Highness, sir, there's a note for you. It's right here on this desk of yours. It's very important. Lavender sent it," and then just walk away. Like, we just need to see him to be able to do that.
I don't see why not.
You want to just run around and look in all the doors just to see if we could see him real quick?
What if he sees you?
Well, I mean, sure, but he ain't gonna know that I'm the one who sent him a message. If he just sees me real quick, put my head in the door and run away again. I mean,
do you suppose it would matter if he saw us but could not identify us because we were wearing a hood or something?
I mean, I feel like that's a pretty good disguise.
That's not suspicious at all.
I wear hoods all the time.
I'm so sorry. I need you guys to wrap this up just a little bit.
Okay, so it sounds like we have a plan though.
Wait, I have an idea. Okay, so I assume that there are probably ways that widows dress in this kingdom.
Yes.
And since I grew up here until age 11, I would know what that looks like.
Yes.
I conjure that.
Great. It's the full on like telenovela, like you've got a black veil on, black hat,
yes.
You're wearing a full black like dress and like the big like poofy like ruffle sleeves and everything. You have a little black parasol that you can't actually touch, but you can pretend that you're holding it. Like it's the whole thing.
Okay. I tell Aloysius to go be inconspicuous because he can't come with me. Because ravens generally don't wear clothing. It's very difficult to disguise him. Unless he could hold still on my hat, but I really don't think that would work well.
He flies off. He is gone. He just said, all right. And
we don't even need to sneak around for this. I will go in, hand it to him, and bid him farewell.
Sounds like a good plan. Let's do it.
So are you guys not going to go into the bedroom?
No, it sounds like instead there's going to be a disguise so that the king doesn't ever lay eyes on actually any of us, because Bettina will be so heavily veiled in widow's weeds that like there will be no actual visual content. So it sounds like Bettina can just walk in there, hand the dude the note, and then scoot.
Okay. Okay. I see what you guys are doing, and I get it, and I love it. You guys walk in, you cast the disguise spell, Raven. Yeah, Raven. Flies off. You guys walk into the room, and you see that the king is not there. Unfortunately. And you see the like guard that was there look to you guys and do like, and just do the like, and like does the like, but he's go to the bedroom, like he points up and he's like, and he like quickly does the like professional like I need to get to a place, and just says to you guys like, okay, look, I sent him there. He's already in the bedroom. You guys, I'm sorry, but he's fast. So
all right, thank you. We will go there.
I apologize. And he like kind of like walks behind you as you guys leave the room.
As we can still see the queen, I would like to cast sending and send her a message and say, I am here from Queen. Player me has just forgotten her name.
Mistress Gray was her original name, but she was the motorcycle.
Mistress Gray.
Yeah, Mistress Gray
of the Lavender Clan.
Yep.
I'm here from Mistress Gray of the Lavender Clan. I have a message for your husband. I'm going to deliver it to him, but he cannot lay eyes on me. I will be giving it to him. You will both want to read it very soon, as it contains important information.
She looks around, sees you, nods, and then it's like as she's talking, she nods and then like continues on.
You love that royal multitasking.
Yeah. Yeah, so you guys head up into the bedroom?
I guess so.
Yeah, I'm gonna kind of hang behind as we're walking up there with one hand on my little blow dart boba straw gun, because it's just, I don't know, it's just like a lot of weird stuff. I've never been here. I don't know what's going on. There's royal intrigue, and like we were told to cut the head off some guy, but then maybe not. There's a lot going on, so I'm just gonna keep my hand on my little blow dart boba straw gun and hang slightly behind the rest of the group as we ascend to the royal bedroom.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
So you guys all go up to the bedroom. The people who are going into the bedroom go into the bedroom. And as you enter, you see the king, who, now that I can fully describe him, you see the king who has clear milky white eyes. He is in a full like wizard robe sort of situation with a crown on his head, and a staff that he is holding behind him. And he like slams the staff down and turns around, so then his face is not facing towards you. And there is a table with a crown and a note on top of it, and a like little box, you know, in like offices where you see like a little box that's like stuff that I still have to read and all that stuff. You see
inbox.
One of the an inbox. You see an inbox that's like right like in the center of the desk. And he's standing behind the desk.
But he's not looking at us.
Nope, he is turned around. And also he's blind. So
he's blind.
Yep.
No wonder they cannot see us. We would have wasted that spell if I did the pass without a trace.
Yeah, I'm glad we did not waste that spell, because that is a very useful spell.
His eyes are
all right. I will step up, but make sure to make noise, because it's rude to startle people who can't see you. Say, Your Majesty, I have a message for you from Mistress Gray of the Lavender Clan. I will put it here in your inbox. She advised that you read it very soon, as it contains very important information.
Should you read it to him?
No need for that.
I assume he has his ways.
Yeah.
I do. I have my ways. It's more of a magical ways. I cast blindness on myself real quick, and then I don't see stuff. It's for formal meetings and all that jazz.
That's fascinating. I've never thought of using that spell that way.
Yes, it's quite powerful. Yeah. And I'm so sorry, y'all. I'm bad at accents. I'm trying to do
no
something.
worries. You're good. It's all good.
And he like kind of like turns around and like fumbles for like the scroll and like pulls it next to him, and he says, "Hey, thank you. Take a look at whatever you want. I know that you being a friend, Mistress Gray is a whole thing. So, she is a good friend of mine, and I would not like to see her in distress. So I would like it if you could not stay here for a while, but stay here so then you aren't panicked."
So you are saying rest for a short bit and then leave. Yes?
Yes. You all, I assume, have come from the Earl Kingdom, and I want to make sure that you all are well rested. That travel can take a long time. So, and also, dragons and all that jazz. So it's harder to do stuff when you don't have as much magical abilities. Um, I would like everyone who is in this room to roll a perception check.
I'm just outside the doorway in the hallway, but I can like overhear. I'm like,
Oh, this is a sight sort of thing.
Okay, yeah. I'm watching everyone's back. I'm not looking directly at what's happening. So
yeah,
I rolled a 10 total.
Uh-huh.
I got a 22.
Okay, and Carson.
That's pretty good there. That's a 25.
25. So both Calabria and Carson see the note, and it says, because I specifically wrote it down, because this is important. It says, and this note is on top of a case that like covers a crown. And it says, "Ashes to ashes, ash to dirt. Death is a natural thing that shouldn't be cursed. If spoken aloud, let the curse run loose. If they read it out, nope, and that last part, if they read it out loud, don't worry about it. That's my own thing." But
Would you mind reading what it says one more time?
of course, it says, "Ashes to ashes, ash to dirt. Death is a natural thing that shouldn't be cursed. If spoken out loud."
No, you don't want to read. You don't want to read that part.
No, hold on.
Right?
If spoken out loud, let the curse run loose. That's what it says. It's a poem of some sorts. Do any of you read it? Do either of you read it out loud?
No.
No?
No, absolutely not. I would not read that out loud. I keep my damn mouth shut.
That's fair. I get that. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Dice, why do you betray me like this?
I'm
gonna pull out my rose.
Mm-hmm.
Because I just feel somewhat at a lack in this situation. And also, this veil is beautiful, and also I can't see a damn thing.
Yeah. Yeah. You see the two that like got above like the two who rolled in the 20s, the two who rolled high, you see the text kind of like glow a bit, and then the piece of paper just disappears. It just is gone. You hear outside, you hear war horns. And you hear the sound of hundreds of ships coming towards or at the docks and bay of the Oversteeped Kingdom. You
Well,
hear,
crap.
yeah, you hear the cries of war horns outside. You see the panicked face of the king. He dispels the blindness on himself. You see beautiful green eyes. It's fine. It's fine. I've already seen you. I know what you look like. It's fine. The message is here, correct? Yes. Okay. It's fine. Don't need to worry about it. War has started. We have to get this done. And he has and he says, go back to where you came from, go back to the Earth Kingdom, go. You need to prepare, you need to get ready. This is not going to end well if you just stay here and rest. I'm sorry, I hate to be inhospitable, but you have to go, okay? Carson, I know I am a wizard, okay? I know the things that come towards my way. If you can stay and help me, I will gladly take your service. Clearly, we are at some sort of war with someone or something. We need your help. We need someone of the healing priorities. The rest of you can go. The rest of you can use something to go. But I need one of you to stay behind, and I need the one who can heal. It's gonna be the most helpful.
Shit, King, sure. Are y'all gonna be fine?
Well, Carson, if you're okay with that, we're okay with it. In times of war, we all must do what we must.
All right, cool. I got you this extra Tupperware full of biscuits. Y'all take care now.
Bless you.
I'll leave Carson with a handful of pocket boba in exchange.
Oh.
Question, is it the necromantic one? Do you hand him the necromantic one?
Well, I don't know, do I? I just reached in my pocket and grabbed a handful. There's a necromantic boba in there somewhere.
I'll say you hand him not the necromantic one.
Okay, so that one's still in the chamber at some point, alongside the definitely not anything special bag of coffee beans in my pocket. Cool.
Yeah. Yeah, and the king says, I thank you, Carson. I appreciate it very much. You all must go now. If you have some way to teleport, you can't teleport within the castle or the city, but you have to go. You have to go now.
We do have a way. I'm gonna. Would it be okay to use prestidigitation to compose a very, very short note to hand to the king to give to my father?
Yes, of course.
All right. Please, could you give this to my father? He's D'Artagnan Tiplin.
Yes, I know of him. I am aware. He is a good friend. Now you must go now. And
we'll go.
Oh yes. The secret passage. Pull the trigger, and then you can go. The passage leads to outside of the kingdom walls, and the town walls. You have to go now.
We can teleport from here.
You can't teleport from inside of the castle. You have to teleport outside of the walls of the castle.
All right.
It'll get you outside of the castle and outside of the town. We're fine. We have soldiers. We have everything that we need. I think we now have one more healer, which I very much, Carson. But there is a secret passage that is outside. That if you take it, you can go, and it will be good enough for you guys, and will be outside of the boundaries. I will see you on the other side if you can. Yes, and he pulls a lever, and you see a doorway where you guys can run out. And you see him pull like a spiritual weapon out and hands it to Carson. It is a large teabag whip. And it's pretty cool. It's a holy weapon of the brewer, so yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, but you guys get the heck out of there. running outside of the castle through the passageway. You all run outside of the castle, glance out at the docks, and only see the shadows coming from the horizon of warships. A sense of dread washes over you all as war has begun, and you are running and running and running, gone. And that's where we're going to start up next week on the final episode of Tea&d. A war has started, and our heroes will have to figure out what happens. I do want to say really, really quickly, thank you so much, Josh, for joining us. He will not be able to join us next week, unfortunately. But hey, maybe we'll get to see these characters in the future at some point. That would be really, really awesome. So
I hope so.
Season 2?
Yeah, maybe. But yeah. My name is Alan, aka Teacup, and I'm your tea master. They, them, their pronouns. Let's make the rounds. And also, I apologize for the really, really late night of gaming, y'all.
Sometimes things just run 15, 20 minutes over. It happens. It's all good. That was very intense. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Teacup. I'm Friday, she, her pronouns, playing Chewy, they, them pronouns, a baleful boba barbarian. No bard, certainly, we've just discovered. But doing their best. And yeah, you can find me online everywhere making tea for frickin' nerds like all of you all here on this platform, on this channel, on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook at Friday Tea, but also on TikTok at Friday Afternoon Tea. I also write nice things about death and about fiction on my own personal blog at FridayElliott.com, and that's where you can find me.
Shauna.
Hello, I'm Shauna. My pronouns are she, her. Thank you. I just don't have enough brain right now. I'm an engineer, space wizard for charity, artist, and moderator at large. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at She Is The Weather, on TikTok as Moon Prism Power Mask Up, and on Twitch as That's No Moon Prism, moderating in various people's streams like Cadiosaurus, Hey Good, and some awesome others.
Awesome. Reese.
Hello, everyone. My name is Reese. My pronouns are she, her. I am the co-host and co-founder of TRPG, that's TEATRPG, where we have a talk show where we interview members of the TTRPG community, as well as have live streams of video games and board games. You can please follow us on Twitch at TTRPG, and also we are available on YouTube if you ever miss our streams. You can follow me personally at Miss Reese1 on Twitter.
And I'm Josh. I'm a freelance tabletop game designer, a variety streamer on my own channel. You can catch me tomorrow for some random nonsense that I haven't decided what it'll be yet. You can catch me on Fridays over the Rock Punch ATL Twitch channel in a little game called Tampo using the Islands of Sina Una supplement. It's all written by Filipino writing team. It's a pre-colonial Filipino setting. It's super cool. And the director and co-director of that book kind of run us through that world. It's super, super neat. Highly recommend checking that out if you are free on Friday evenings. On top of that, I'm the assistant director of ambassadors at Jasper's Game Day. It's a nonprofit organization that uses tabletop gaming for the cause of suicide prevention. I am also an ambassador for Take This, another organization that focuses on mental health in the gaming sphere. If you want to follow me on social media, you can do so at Joshua M. Simons on all social media platforms and at Joshua Simons here on Twitch. That's me. Thank you so much for letting me join you. Carson was a little sweetheart, and I'm sad that he doesn't get to finish the story with y'all next week.
We will see him again. I am determined on it.
Okay.
Also, dude, like ginormous teabag freaking flail or whatever, gnarly.
Yeah, I'm keeping
so,
that.
Like, you went out real cool.
I'm keeping that.
Yeah. All right, so I guess let's wrap ourselves up here. Thank you everybody for joining us tonight, and we are gonna kick it over with a raid to my dear friend Ash over at Fiery Ashes. Please do stick around to help us blow her up and say what's up, and we'll see you same bat time, same bat channel for the grand finale of Tea&d Campaign 1 next week. Have a good night.
Good night, y'all.
See you later, everybody.